before. Shit. Today's April 20th, Thursday. You guys just saw a new high, not high, excuse me, a low weight. I'm actually very, very fucking tired right now. Of 186.4 pounds, which that puts me right about where I was for Team Universe last year. I feel depleted. I feel like my muscles have like no pop to them, like whatsoever. Like there's no fullness whatsoever. I'm just flat, which was expected to get down to this weight. Now, yesterday I was 188 yesterday. I'm 186 today. It's 2 pounds overnight again. I did not do cardio yesterday. I decided to cut the cardio out specifically because my weight was dropping so fast again. I'm like, if I keep doing cardio, like I'm flat now. I'm going to tap into muscle because I'm not eating enough protein to cover for those energy needs. So I need to cut back on the cardio. My metabolism is obviously still stimulated, so I'm fine. Excuse me, allergies are killing me in that department. So we are 9 days out from the show. I am ready about a week early, which is where I want it to be. Filling out is the last part for me. I like to be in shape early, fill out, then drop water the last 24 hours. Anything before 24 hours I feel like is a crapshoot, and you can wind up too dehydrated and fucked up, and all the work that you did for all those weeks just winds up going down the fucking tube. So do a quick physique update, and then we're gonna have a little talk. Like I want to get real with you guys for a little bit and explain a couple things. So let's fix that fucking camera angle. All right, so this is where I'm sitting at right now, 9 days out. At 186 pounds. So you can hear people outside over here. I'm tired as fuck. I'm drained. And I'm really looking forward to competing again, which was not on my radar at all. People ask me at the Arnold, Jerry, when's your next show? And I'm like, I'm done. Like I'm retired, I'm done, I'm not competing anymore. So what changed my mind between then and now? Let's talk about that for a second. All right, guys, it's time to have a real moment, a real talk right now. You guys can see over my shoulder right here, my dad's flag. And next to it right here, there's a picture of my dad that says in memory. So what changed between the Arnold, the LA Fit Expo, and 3 weeks ago? Well, after my dad died, living down here almost makes it like it's not real. Like my dad's still living in Rhode Island with my mom and everything's fine, and I'll just see him when I go home and visit, and it almost seems like it's not reality. And then, you know, it hits me that it is. You know, I have like flashbacks of the funeral. I have flashbacks of things that, you know, when I was a kid, I've had dreams, nightmares, all kinds of shit going on since last October. And for me, staying busy is the best way that I know how to cope with things. So I don't get myself into a situation where I'm hurting so much that I resort to wanting to relieve myself of that pain using drugs or alcohol or something like that. So Erin and I went to the Bahamas in December. We were there for my birthday. It was actually our honeymoon. And January I went to LA, and then the end of January we went to, February we went to Mexico. March was the Arnold in Jesus Christ. The Arnold in Columbus. A couple weeks later was the Arnold in Australia. And when I got back, like, you know, when you're doing stuff like that on the go, constantly nonstop, you're busy. Your mind is busy, and it wanders sometimes, but you have to focus on the task at hand to get done what you need to get done. And it helps to stay busy so that you don't. It's not that you don't think about it, so that you don't overthink it. When you overthink things, like I struggle to this day knowing that I never got home to see my dad one last time. Knowing that video that I put up last May of my dad in the green t-shirt, that's the last time I saw him. You know, there are things that I wish I could have said. There, you know, just, I mean, so many things that like I just, you know, people are like, oh, you know, he knows and he's watching over you. I get it. I get all that bullshit. I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking stupid. I know how to comfort somebody when they're in that situation, but when you're in that situation, it's you. It doesn't fucking matter. You know, like nobody could say anything that consoles you. Nobody could say anything that fucking makes it better. And, you know, I struggle. You know, I kind of beat myself up about not being there. You know, like his oldest son not being there in his deathbed. I didn't get there in time. Could I have gotten there in time if I left as soon as I got the news? You know, the doctor said he has 2 weeks. I said, okay, I'll book my flight. I'll be there Monday. Today's Friday. And then my mom calls and says, he's going into hospice now. He has even less time. I said, okay, I didn't even cancel the flights. I just booked new flights for the next day. Sunday, I'm leaving. This is Saturday. My brother calls an hour later and he's dead. I'm like, fuck, what if I had left Friday night? As soon as I got word, like literally drove to the airport, bought a ticket at the airport, hopped on the next fucking plane, and was there that night. Like that would have worked. I would have got there in time. I could have been there in time. I could have been there for him. You know, and, you know, people like will say shit like, well, it's not your fault, Jerry. You didn't know. They told you 2 weeks. I get it. But, like, I waited. I hesitated. So when Primeval had the opportunity to do the website photos and videos out in California, I was like, yes. You know, it's something for me to keep busy. I need to push and challenge myself right now. I'm kind of festering a little bit and floundering. Let's do this. Okay. And then I noticed how fast my body was reacting, like within the first week. I was like, holy shit. And then it was, well, I'm 41 now. Last time I did this was 2009. Could my body do it? You know, I dieted for I don't mean I dieted for a show and then 3 weeks picked one. I mean, I dieted for 3 weeks. I decided 3 weeks before a show I'm going to do it. I dieted and I get second place. That was in 09, Maryland. I was like, could I do that again? I'm 41. Will my body do that? And then the wheels started turning, like, could I get in shape that fast? Could I be in shape early? Could I even do it at all at 41? And then, you know, I kind of looked at the show and said, fuck, there's the next target. Like, I need to put myself deep into, like, a contest prep right now, which is what I do. That's what I do when I get to the point where I'm having, like, a breaking point where I can't handle something. It literally is almost like a therapy for me. I launch into a contest prep for the next contest that's coming up, and I do the show. You know, so that's why a lot of people will be like, oh, Jerry wasn't in great shape at this show, or he fucking lost that show. A lot of these shows I launched into because of personal problems to help me focus and stay off drugs, to be honest with you. And I told Aaron, I said, you know, I'm launching into this partly because, you know, I want to see myself do it. Can I challenge myself? Can I do it? I think it could show other people at 41 that you're not too old to do this shit. And at the same time, like, I need something to concentrate on because I'm going to drive myself fucking batshit crazy with my dad. And that's what I did. I launched into it, and here we are. You know, in 2009, when me and my ex split up, I did the Pittsburgh. I launched right into the Pittsburgh. You know, when Carrie and I split a couple of years ago, that like literally 2 weeks after we split, I did I wasn't even going to compete again. So I did my first physique show, which was the Baltimore Gladiator Classic. Like, it's what I know. It's what I've known since I was 16 years old. Competing at 17, it's just what I know to do, and it makes me happy. The struggle makes me happy, the pain makes me happy, the tiredness makes me happy. It's everything that's involved with it. You know, it's like a true love for something that I think is about as raw and untapped, you know, and just untouched as anything else possibly could be, is the love for competing and this whole fitness journey. So that's my main reason, and I hope these vlogs are not, I mean, they're not your average vlogs. You know, you're not following around with me and I'm like, yeah, let's do this together and follow me and transform with me and blah, blah, blah. That's not what this is about. You know, this vlog is about me doing something different to see if it can be done, and if it can, to show you that it can be done. And, you know, it is for entertainment purposes. It really is. You guys can watch me go through the pain and stuff, and hopefully some learning experiences and shit. It's not just like, yeah, I get to watch this fucking dude work out and then I want to go be like him, so I'm going to buy the same tank top and go to the fucking gym and do the same exercise I saw him do. Then I'm going to buy the same shaker bottle. I'm going to wear the same hat. I'm going to fucking do all this shit just to be just like him. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to see these things and be like, this is what Jerry's doing. This is what I have going on in my life. Like, this is what I have going on in my life and I need to change this. How do I do that? And if you watch these things and you watch me kind of, me being open like this with this stuff, hopefully kind of shows you more that it's not a meathead thing, it's not a physical thing, it's not an ego-driven thing, it's none of that. It is very much a soul healing experience for me to compete. As fucked up as that sounds. So thank you for following and checking this out. We're 9 days out. New low weight of 186.4. We'll put that 0.4 there because people are going to bitch if I don't. And we're almost there. Bio Street and I approved this message, and we're out.